A Trump economy is really good, especially for poor people. We're already seeing the stock market go to all-time highs. I don't know if that'll continue, but I do think decreased regulation, which Trump has historically done over time, decreased taxation, which he has historically done over time, leads to big booming growth. My prediction is the economy looks really nice in 4 years. Now, I mean, you could not like the guy, but a Trump economy is really good for people who have not made their money yet.
Wow. Okay. Woo. Where do I go with this one? Now, first of all, Codie Sanchez, I watched some of her videos and she gives good advice. I like her videos. She gives really good advice. She's an entrepreneur. She talks a lot about businesses and business ideas and how businesses make all their money and where you should open up a business, like the best industry. And she's really good at what she says. And I'm pretty sure what she said in this little clip, she might regret a little bit or wish she had more time to elaborate and explain. But to say this Trump economy is to be good for poor people is not a good comment, right? Now, first of all, the reason why I say that, because I see what she was trying to go with it, but it didn't hit. I think what she's trying to say, right, is the economy is to be booming. There's a lot of opportunities for growth, for people to get, to invest and to save and to take advantage of it, or people who have been investing and saving, right, would be able to benefit from the market or the growth. But here's the problem. If you're poor and you never invested, this economy has nothing to do with you. It's actually going to widen the wealth gap, right? If you're poor and you don't save and you don't invest, and most likely you probably never did, this gap is just going to get wider and wider, right? It does not matter how good the market is going to do. It has nothing to do with poor people. Nothing at all. Yes, it might have more jobs out there, more opportunities out there. That is true, right? Hopefully the wages start increasing and they can benefit from having a job, getting a higher wage. But the wealth that's going to be built and what she's saying, like all this Trump economy situation, is only going to help the middle class, or I didn't want to put this in the classes, okay? Like the rich, middle class, no, it's not about the class. It's about for people who've been investing and they've been investing for quite some time. For people who are continually investing every single year, just investing, every time they get paid, put money in 401k, put money in a Roth IRA, getting paid, those are the people that are going to benefit, right? Listen, being poor, people have this all misconstrued of thinking like they're poor and they invest. I mean, that's not the issue. The issue is a lot of poor people have a financial illiteracy issue, right? A lot of people are financially illiterate. They don't understand a lot when it comes to finances because, let's be quite honest, there's so many things happening throughout the day. They don't have time for that. They're just trying to survive, right? They're just trying to figure out how to get some food on the table. They're trying to figure out, the job situation. They're just trying to work, that they're not putting time into learning about finances, learning about investing, because to some of them, they're like, I don't have time for that. And that's too much of a risk for them to put their hard-earned money into where they might lose. That is something that's a poor mindset that is not that simple to just flip that switch, right? So with her saying that comment, it made it seem like, oh yeah, great. For poor people, what you can just do is invest, and you invest and then you'll be rich. Doesn't work that way, man. It unfortunately does not work that way. Now, once again, it is true, right? I always tell people this time and time again, because this is what I think she has some truth to what she was saying, except for the poor comment, which is right now, if you do not like Trump, you have to understand he is a quote unquote businessman, right? But whatever. But his thing is, he's all about boosting the economy. And that man loves to watch the stock market, right? His sign of success is seeing how the stock market is doing. If the stock market is going down, he's going to do whatever it takes to bring that number up. Because that's like his golden star is the stock market. So with that being said, his main goal is to make sure the value of the stock market is going up. And there's a reason, guys, why during his inauguration, and even now, you're seeing all the top businessmen around him. They're trying to find ways as much as possible to get all this red tape from the government out of the way. That way these companies could do what they want to do and thrive. And once they start thriving and making all this money, then guess what happens? The growth of the company grows. And for people who own the stock, they're going along for the ride because they have ownership of the company. And now everyone is building so much wealth during these times. You can hate the things that Trump says. You could argue about the fact he calls Gulf of Mexico now Gulf of America. You could complain about every single thing that the man does. But when it's all said and done, listen, still invest. Okay, you still have to invest. The number one thing that people are complaining about is the wealth gap is gonna continue to expand, but it's not because the wealthy people or the people who have all the wealth are actually taking jobs that are paying a lot. No, it's the value of their stocks are going up. And I'm gonna tell you this: buying an Apple stock or buying this is an index fund, the S&P 500, is not a wealthy person thing. Right? You don't need to have a high net worth in order to buy an S&P 500 index fund. Okay? You don't need to have a high net worth to buy a total market ETF. Okay? No, that's not how it works, guys. It's not how it works. You right now can open up a brokerage account with Fidelity. You don't need much to open it. I think now it's damn near no amount of money you need to open it. Vanguard, I still think is like $2,500, but Fidelity, I don't think you need anything. Put money in. I don't care if it's $1. That $1, you are an investor. That's it. You bought the same stocks or the same index funds as a multimillionaire does, right? Or a billionaire does. So you now have access to build wealth as well. The entry to invest is not only for the middle class and rich people, it's for everyone. And that's the reason why I tell people time and time again, you just have to invest. But I hate Trump. I don't care, invest. You can hate Trump. You could go on Twitter. You could go on X now. You could go do videos bashing the man. Okay, go ahead, do you, but invest. Don't be dumb, right? Don't be dumb and don't be naive. Enjoy that ride of the wealth building that Trump is doing. You might not like anything the guy's doing. Once again, you might not like anything with the administration. You might be so anti-whatever. Who cares? Make sure you invest and you can speak your truth as much as you want, but as long as you keep on investing, right? And thinking that poor people are going to benefit from this, that's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen unless poor people start shifting the mentality and start investing even a small amount, right? Even a small amount. But to me, the number one thing that will fix this is not necessarily going to be within the stock market from people right now who currently like they're poor or broke. It has to do with the wages. Let's not act like the wages and inflation is the issue. Pushing down inflation, increasing the wages will allow the poor to start getting out of that cycle that they're in, and then eventually they're going to start investing, saving, trying to start their own business, a small business, then they'll start coming out of it. But a great stock market with the same wages and inflation being the way it is not going to help the poor at all, right? We all could agree with that, right? I hope that's not a debate. I'm doing some controversial comment, but we all can agree that is the truth. That's going to be the only way, guys, that people are going to come out of that poverty mindset or just out of just being in poverty in general. So if you start saving and investing, it's really just that simple. Right? It's really just that simple. But of course, when it comes to politics, it's never that simple. People are going to argue and complain, but that's not what I'm all about. I'm all about building wealth and getting and uplifting people from the situation that they're in to start making some money and get out of the situation that they're in, right? Because no one wants to have that poor mindset. And even people who are in the middle class have that poor mindset. You just got to get out of it, guys. You just got to get out of it, start saving and investing. Drop a comment down below and you guys let me know. Do you think her comments was accurate? Maybe you guys might think, oh, I misread what she said, right? I misunderstood. But I heard what she said. So drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about that comment. Catch you guys on my next video. Peace.